Alright guys, so the market just tapped into our zone after waiting for a few minutes or a few hours. The market just tapped into our zone. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm coming. I'm gonna share my screen now. Market is currently in our zone. Yeah, um I'm expecting market to play within that zone till market opening by 12. Yeah, I'm within this zone up to this point, up to this very point, 70, 74, 70 zone. Yeah, and this is where I did mark that market should get within this zone. So it says the market to still play within and just get to this point, then all to the upside. Right. So we are currently on this trade. Hopefully it does shit well. Yeah, hopefully just maybe market is quite dull. Market is gonna close very soon. So yeah, the market close manipulations, all those stuffs. That's one to happen. So we are currently on our zone, and we should see a good move from here by Asian session. We should see a good move from this zone by Asian session. So just keep it, guys. Then yeah, let's watch how this goes. Let's watch how this goes.
People will not eat them on you. Look at this guy right here. He's just 20 years old.
Let's see how this goes. Yeah. So let's see how this goes. So just play around this zone up to this point I marked. Around 74, 70 zone. The market should get more momentum from this very point 70. That is where my real entry point is on my MT5. I'm not in currently on this trade because the market is closing soon. Yeah, of course. So it's not something I'm really going to just enter right now. So I set my limit already. I have my limit set already. I have my limit set already, and I'm waiting market to move. Probably the flash drop that will happen at market open might just take us to 70. That is when I will be entering this trade. Yeah. Of course, a lot of manipulation might want to happen during the Asian session as well. A lot of manipulation might set in. But regardless of what happens, I think I'm in on this trade. Still have every reason to take this trade to the upside. Almost every reason to take this trade to the upside. Guys. Yeah. Market is acting so weak and we have to play this high, especially we have to play this high, and that's one major reason I'm in on this trade. We have to play that high. It's very, very important that we do. So I don't know. I don't know. But let's hope for the best, guys. Let's hope for the best. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, let's see how it goes. So this there is 70, 70, yeah, 70. It's not clear on the 15 minutes time frame. See, this zone is very key. 74 zone, that is my main entry. So this is just within our zone currently. And let's watch out to see. We have to wait for many hours. We have to wait for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 4 hours before market could tap into this point. So I still expect market to drop to 74, 70 zone. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Let's see. But you see, the market is respecting this diagram I drew here up to now. Market is respecting this up to now. This earlier market was here. I drew the market should come to this zone and turn to the upside. So let's see what happens. I might see how we drop up to 65 maybe. I'm not sure of that, but maybe. Yeah. If you have enough liquidity, enough liquid, you can definitely take this trade right now. Market is closing soon. I don't see why I should close it. I should enter this trade at this moment. So I'm just gonna wait for that Asian session manipulations there about all those crazy moves that happens in the Asian sessions. And that is when I will enter this trade. So we're still playing around. Let's see how it goes. 78, nice, nice. So remember I said we are expecting a drop to this point. To this point, 74, 74, 70, 74, 70 zone. If we get that drop, I'm going to enter regardless of the time. If we get a drop to this zone, I'm going to enter and just allow you to trade till throughout tomorrow and probably till Friday because there's going to be aggressive move from tomorrow to Friday. We need to clear this high and create another high in this recent high that we had last um first today. Yeah, we need to clear that high and create another high. So for now we watch. For now we just watch. At 74 you can keep buying. You can start buying from 74. This very point here. And buy and just set your break, set your stop loss definitely because you don't want to be a victim of manipulation. So this zone might hold, but I feel I'll be more safer entering at this zone, 74 to 70 zone. I'll feel more safe entering at within these zones. Right. So as I'm not in this trade yet. As I'm not in this trade yet. So let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out, guys. So by the way, you can drop your questions and yeah, you can drop your questions. Perhaps you have a different opinion on currently. You can drop your questions. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. So you can drop your questions, guys. I'm here for you. I'm here. I'm here. I'm active. I'm active. I'm active. I'm active. You can drop your questions. So I'm not buying yet until we get to this zone, 74 zone. Until we get to this point, this is when I'm going to be entering this buy. 70. My limit is even set for 70. Sharp, sharp, sharp. So guys, I'm active on this trade, 70. I'm active on this trade right now, 70. Yeah. I'm in on this trade right now. Buy now, guys. I'm active on this trade. I'm active. I'm active on this trade. Yeah. It could still drop the mobile. I'm active on this trade. I'm very much active on this trade. I'm active on this trade. So this just played out exactly as we marked it out. That is interesting, guys. This just played out exactly as we marked it out. Let's see how this goes. Might still have a drop to maybe this point, being the last zone we had here. Yeah, maybe. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. By the way, this is my first trade for today. It might still drop. It might still drop all the way to this point. Whatever happens, I'm still going to find a. I'm going to hold on for an entry till tomorrow because I expect major move by tomorrow. I expect major move by tomorrow. So this is something about patience, guys. Imagine I'd entered at this point. Imagine that. So seeing that liquidity point, I realized the market will still drop to that point. And Yeah, I took my entry right from that zone. I mark out the liquidity at this point. Market just tap it. My clears below a little bit, and yeah, let's see what happens after that. Let's see what happens after that. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. So I'm officially in on this trade. So what are my expectations on this trade? I'm expecting this trade to clear up this zone. Expecting this trade to clear up this zone and give us another zone to the upside. That's my expectation on this trade. This is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this to happen. Well, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So I'll just be a way to SL straight away. But yeah, I'm in on this trade. All I need is just patience, and with other patience of waiting, with other patience of waiting for this trade to play out from this point. We mark it at this point, back to this point, and boom, we are in now. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see how that plays out, guys. Let's see how that plays out. Plays out. Let's see. Let's see how that plays out, guys. Let's see how that plays out. So be resting by this time, bro. Because money must be made, guys. Money must be made. We must make money. We have to make money. There is no sleep for those that want to make money. There is not too much sleep. Let me say there is no sleep. Because so much work without sleep, doesn't make sense. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your health. So I was supposed to be sleeping, but I realized the market was playing out based on this, and I should just come up live in and yeah, let's see how this plays out. So I may just stay here for a while, then we allow the trade to do whatever is going to do through the night. Maybe SL, maybe D. So my next point will be this point, 64, maybe 64. Yeah, this is another zone, 50 zone. If market does drop and clear out this in this SL, yeah, I'll be entering again. By the way, let's see how it goes. I do hope that we'll close the market above this zone. I do hope that we'll close the market above this very zone here. So it will be interesting if we can do that. If market can give us a close above this zone with a very strong candlestick above this zone, or even come back all the way up here, I'm going to definitely lead this trade on. Definitely, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So let's see how that plays out, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We seem to be moving. Nothing much yet. So we need to close above this zone tonight. We need to close above this zone. We need to close above 85. That is one good way we see that this market is still going to move to the upside. If you can have that, yeah, maybe we are safe. If you can have a close above 51.85, maybe we are safe, guys. Maybe we are safe. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a drop, probably. Yeah, maybe. But this tomorrow and Friday, I'm expecting a massive move on gold, either to the upside or to the downside. It's gonna be a strong one, guys. Maybe tomorrow New York section, we should see a massive jump to the upside, maybe almost to this point, 53, yeah, 53 points. Then by Friday, 54. Well, it depends on what happens tonight. Depends on what happens tonight. Am I seeing any major drop on gold yet? Not yet. Not yet. just to tap into this one and break it out. I'm still saying, and let's see how that's going to play out. Let's see how that is going to play out tonight, guys. So don't forget, we have to close above this zone. We have to close above this very zone, 80, 81, again, 82, 85. We have to close above 82, 85 zone. Until that is done, man, I'm gonna lie, it might be fishy. It's gonna be quite fishy on this trade. It's gonna be quite fishy for us. So, but let's hope for the very best. Let's say it goes. Let's say it goes. I'm very optimistic about it on this trade, by the way. So, not fear yet. Just not fear. Not fear yet. No fear yet. No fear yet. Uh, and if we eventually close above that zone, I'll be much more confident about this trade. If we can close above 85, 51, 85, I'll be much more confident about this trade, right? So, guys, I'm about 100 pips up already for my entry. I entered at 70, exactly at 70. 70, where is 70? 70, yeah. Exactly at 70. It was actually a buy limit I did set on my MT5. I have to show you guys that because we have Doubting Thomas here. Hello, Doubting Thomas here. Yeah. If you doubt me, that's up to you. For those that have been joining this live session, you should know that we don't joke here. We don't joke here. We don't joke here. We don't joke around here. We don't joke around here, guys. We don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Okay, let me see if I can open my let me see if I can open my what's it called? Then I have to oh shit. I'm going. Let me see if I can share. Let me share my screen back. Like, for me, minimizing my this thing and okay, let me just share the old screen. I'm just share my entire screen right now. Yeah, I'm sharing my entire screen. So let's let's minimize and see something. Let's see. I don't want to show you guys that I'm live on this trade. Some persons might yeah, doubt a lot. Some persons doubt a lot, so I'm just gonna show you. So don't click on this. So currently it's about 10 o'clock p.m. in the night. Why is it so slow right now? What is wrong with this tips? Yeah, still dropping. We have to close above 85, remember. Yeah, so I'm in on this trade. This is my entry. Buy 0.05, 0.05. I'm in on this trade at 70. You can see it here. Yeah, I'm in on this trade currently. So for those that doubt a lot, I'm in on this trade and it's not looking very good. Not looking very, very good. Not looking very, very good. What can I say? I'm in, up for the best, whatever happens. I'm in, regardless. So yeah, I'm in on this trade. I'm in on this trade. Whatever may. I'm, so let's see how this goes, guys. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not very used to this MT5 stuff on my PC, and it used to confuse me. So I only have one entry yet on this trade. If I have a drop to maybe around 60 something or 50 soon, I'll probably take another entry. Yeah, could probably take another entry on that trade. So if I have a drop to maybe this points, 50 zone, yeah. My SL is down, 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 down. My SL is down, 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 guys. So I'm not scared. If it does happen, my SL is big. I'm risking 250 pips. Let me just mark it right there because I'm swinging this trade. Yeah, you can see the drop, right? The drop, right? Said it. We're coming to this very point. That is 62, yeah. And that is hell of a crazy drop, guys. That is quite diabolical, guys. I'm still on this trade. You can see I took another entry now. I just took another entry. I'm using a very low loss size, and that's why I have a kind of wide stop loss. My stop loss is let me check my okay 51.25, 51.25. So I'm risking $250 on this trade. $250 to make about 500 upward. Yeah, because the swing one, I'm swinging this trade, so that's why I'm taking such risk, and I'm not risking very wide. I'm using a very small lot size, very small lot size. So this is a very risky one, by the way. It's a very risky one. Market is tricky right now. Market is very tricky right now. I was expecting a flash drop, a flash move either to the upside or the downside, but fortunately happened to the downside. Not very unfortunate because yeah, I kind of like it because I want to hold a long buy. But the issue now is I don't know if market is going to hold this buy or this is just a correction to downside to fly to the upside or just taking all the buys out and jumping way back up. So we're gonna know in the next few minutes the way the market is moving. Is Trump speaking? Like, what the heck, guys? Is Trump speaking? So I'm just setting myself for the other entry now. I have to always do that because you don't always know what the market will do. So if this does go back up, I entered at my second entry at 49. So at the second entry at 49. Yeah, all the way up, guys. All the way up. All the way up. So I have two entries on this trade already. And this one, the SL is at where? 50.99. 50.99. 50.99. So I'm risking quite a lot on this. I'm extending myself quite a bit on this trade because I'm using a lower lot size, a smaller lot size, and I'm expecting much more on this trade. Anyway, so that is why I'm doing this. I'm using a bigger lot size. I'm ready. Well, I've been out of this trade right now because I've been hell of a loss for me already. Yeah, so that's sometimes what it means to use a smaller lot size on trades. Kinds of keep you safe times like this. Kinds of keep you safe in times like this, guys. So the only prayer now is that we don't have another flash drop to downside. That's the only thing I really hope for. Whoever make us have a flash drop to this point, that is first SL, this second SL, that is crazy. It can turn for the night if that should happen. If that should happen, I'm done for the night, definitely. I'm done for the night. So I really hope we don't see anything like that. But this market isn't looking good right now. Ain't looking good. Ain't looking good. Ain't looking too good, guys. You see another drop. That's gonna be crazy. By the way, I'm using XNES as my brokerage. So in case you're wondering, I'm using XNES. So sometimes the things I do is that if market does come back to this first entry, sometimes I do close it and leave the second entry to be running. But in this case, I think I'm going to be holding both entries and like to just run through tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing because I still feel market is going to buy. This should be a correction that should have happened, and it just happened, and I feel market should still buy more. I don't know, except it sells. That is relating, except it sells. That is not good enough for me personally and for everyone following this trade. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Let's see what happens though. Anyone have a contrary opinion to this trade? You can drop it in the chat. You have a contrary opinion to this entry, you can drop it in the chat. Yeah. If you have a contrary opinion, you can drop it. You can drop it, guys. And drop it right away. So the only way we are safe on this trade is that we will close at least above this point, come back to 85 zone, and come back to the zone. I think we are safe. Otherwise, we are cooked, guys. We are cooked for real, for real. We are cooked if you don't have that kind of move. We are cooked for real. Yeah, but for now, let's hope for the very best, of course. Let's hope for the very best. Let's hope for the very best. So this is trading for you guys. And no matter how sure your strategy is, no matter how sure your analysis, your technicals, you don't just risk all in on a trade because you feel you are correct, or you are right, you are accurate, whatever. Markets will always do its thing, and you don't bank so much on that confidence that oh you are correct. And what if market does otherwise? Then you are cooked. For real, you are cooked. And so it's best you just risk a little bit at a time and to give you opportunity to still maybe probably re-enter and take other opportunities. Imagine if I had taken a bigger entry at this point, that would have been a lot of loss for me already. I entered at 70, market dropped to 50. That is 200 pips, $100. Yeah. And I'm risking 250 to achieve about 500. And so it's cool for me. It's cool for me. Till now, until it drops to my sell, that's when it's no cool, guys. That's when it's no cool. But for now, I'm very cool. I'm very fine for now. Except market does, yeah, it's myself. And it will be a cool thing. It will be a cool thing if that happens. I don't wish for that by any chance, guys. I don't wish for that by any chance. The only thing I'm wishing for on this trade is that market goes back all the way up. I just feel this is just a correction. I feel that's much. That is just a correction that needs to happen. But I don't know. I don't know. Who knows that? Who knows if market is just tanking to the downside? Who knows? Because a lot of manipulations have been happening in these charts. Even yesterday it happened. We had a crazy drop before we had a crazy move to the upside, and now we are here again. So just like yesterday, we expected the retracement back to this point and take a bite to the upside. Now our market dropped to this very point for buying. So now the retracement market is dropping again. But let's see how this ends. Let's see how this ends, guys. Let's see how this ends. Let's see how this ends, guys. So we have a drop again at this very point that we are currently. We have a drop back to the entry, my second entry, and before maybe going to the upside or dumping other. See that way, guys. You have to just have your mind prepared for anything that will happen because markets doesn't give you so much certainty that you can back on like that. It doesn't give you so much that you can back on. So you have to break above this zone right now. The market is rejecting. Market is still rejecting at this 60. We are rejecting at this zone. And we have to break it. Otherwise, guys, this is not gonna be fun. Alright? That zone is holding very hard. It's holding very hard. It's holding very hard, guys. Remember my first SL is 25, yeah. Anything that brings us to this point, pain, guys, for real, guys. So, funny how, guys, I don't like trading at this time of the night because of so much move like this and manipulations. But I feel these days Asian sessions are having the best momentum for markets. And well, maybe I don't know. Let's see what happens though. This dude might want to drop from this point. Might have another wave of drop or before going to the upside. I will just stand to the upside, whichever way let's see. This 60 zone is holding so much aggressively, guys. I hope we sustain that zone. Remember, we have to break above this zone, guys. We have to break above that zone and sustain it. This particular zone here. We have to break above and sustain it. This particular zone. We have to sustain it. We have to sustain that zone, guys. We have to sustain that zone, otherwise, there's no hope. We have to hold this zone to the upside, guys. We have to hold it. We have to hold this zone. We have to hold it. We have to hold it. Of course, definitely based on market reaction, we might still have a drop from this zone. Before we have a buy, or we also have a fall to the downside completely. But whichever way, let's just watch and see. Let's watch and see, guys. Let's watch. Let's watch and see. So I said this might just be a correction for market to tank to the upside. This will just be a correction or just a way of dropping back to the downside. Whichever case, we are all in. I'm not very sure. I might be closing this first entry if the market does get there. I might be closing that very entry. I don't know the way it's looking if it's to get there. I don't know if market's gonna get to that point right now. If it does, I might be closing that entry, guys. I might be closing it and just leave the second entry to just run. Yeah, that's what I do most of the time. I'll be leaving the second entry and close the first one so that in case you have a drop back, I go enter. But it's looking as if it's not gonna get there before it traces. Let's take put and watch what happens first. Let's be hopeful on this trade. Let's hope for the very best. Let's hope for the very best. I told you that zone is testing too much and looking good at that point, guys. Looking good. I ain't gonna lie, it's not looking too good at that point. But I hope people just move to the upside and close above that zone. It could get to 85 this night before market closes in few minutes time, and yeah, it's gonna make sense. It's gonna really make sense. So I have a few minutes left of this live session. I have a few minutes left. Yeah, I'm gonna just hold up to this for a little while. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes, guys. Let's see. This is my first trade for the day, and it's looking like this. It's an SL at this time of the night. It's crazy. Like you have to sleep with the mind that just hit an SL. It's crazy. How are we going to wish such person a good sleep? Like, like you just hit an SL and going to bed. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, it's all part of the game, and it's how we roll, man. It's how we roll. So my risk to reward on this trade is simply I'm risking. Oh, but no, okay, 250. Yeah. Oh, 250. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm risking about 500 bits. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this is possible only because I'm using a small lot size. Guys, notes. This is possible only because I'm using a small lot size. This is the only reason why I could risk up to this kind of stop loss because gold these days you have to give it allowance for so much manipulations and movements, corrections and all that stuff. So that's why I have to use this kind of loss. Imagine if I'd used 100 pips lot SL, I'll have been out of this trade since I'll have been out of this trade. So you have to come to the point of understanding the pair you're trading for a particular season, right? The season gold is right now, it does have a lot of manipulations in between its moves, and you have to just be prepared for that. Sometimes it's very, very unsafe. Sometimes it's very, very unsafe, but sometimes it's just the best. Just the best, guys. And yeah, here we are dropping. That zone seems not to be holding yet. Remember, I did say you have to hold this zone. You have to hold this zone, but it seems you're just taking it as a sell point now instead of holding it. That is not going to be fun, guys. Sorry, we have to hold this zone, otherwise we are cooked. Is it we or I am cooked? I don't want to sleep with a loss in mind this night. I don't want to sleep like having a back in mind that I shall just stay off the day trial, right? I don't want to be in that position. But let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's looking like oh, it's gonna fall to that side, blah blah blah. You know this kind of move. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. I see this much as a correction. I see this much more as a correction. I see this much more as a correction. I see this much more as a correction, guys. So let's see how this goes. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Originally, the market should have closed by this time. But I think this will be most of changing. It closes these days by 11 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. that it usually closes. Yeah, and opens by 12. So that's why we are still. That's why we are seeing this kind of crazy moves that happen with the markets. The way the market is moving is not very stable. You think there's a news or I don't know if Trump is speaking. By the way, I don't know. I don't know. Let me check. Maybe do the speaking already. Because that guy speaks every given time and it's annoying sometimes. Definitely annoying. The guy just speaks. He doesn't get tired. For real, yeah. So I'm gonna close this first entry. The market should just tap above it right now. I'm gonna close it. I'm definitely going to close it. Yeah, I've closed the first entry to reflect, yeah. So I've closed the first entry already, guys. That is it. So we are safe on this trade right now. This entry is invalidated. I'm on just one entry. Yeah, I've closed the first entry. I'm safe on this trade now. If I have a drop, I have more confidence of entering right now. So this is how I run my trade sometimes. It's not always safe. This was possible because I used a very small lot size, right? And this rate I'm on currently is already 200 pips. Or yeah, so this is interesting. It's interesting, and it keeps moving. I can reduce my loss and cut my loss. So this is trading, guys. This is trading, guys. So maybe we still have hope on this trade with this kind of move. I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to check if this food is speaking. Let me check. Let me see if this guy is speaking. Because Trump these days speaks every given time. He's not speaking. I don't know. Maybe the news is not even carrying it. Let me check Forest Factory. Forest Factory. So guys, I'm much more safe on this trade, and I can sleep much more with confidence right now because yeah, the trade is actually moving in our favor. Yeah, it's moving in our favor. Right. So and I've closed the first entry, not at break even, no profit, no loss. I'm only holding on to the second entry. It makes more sense that I will hold on to this through the night. Whatever manipulation happens, we just have a fall within these zones and markets can keep tanking to the upside. So I'm safe. I'm safe. Finally, guys, I'm safe on this trade. Might still have a retracement, but yeah, it's safer for me right now. As you can see it on my chart, I already closed parent tree. I already closed it. I already closed it, guys. See, if I not close it and I'm still holding on to it, I'll have been back to loss. Even though it goes back up, I don't care right now. I've closed the entry and I'm willing to hold this particular entry all the way up. I'm willing to hold this particular entry all the way up, right? I'm willing to hold it all the way, all the way, all the way, guys. I'm willing to hold this. Drop your questions in case you have something to tell me. Just drop it down here, guys. I'm available. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. Okay, yeah, yeah. So this is the kind of trade I'm willing to hold all through, maybe from now to Friday. This is kind of trade I'm willing to hold all through from now to Friday, probably. Yeah, yes. I just feel direction from this point to the upside. I just feel that strongly that we should have that, guys. I just feel sure of that. I just feel sure of that. So let's see how that goes. Of course, it could be SL before the before tomorrow. It could be SL, right? So trading is so unpredictable sometimes. It's so unpredictable. Like you're also confident about your analysis, and market will just do whatever it has to do, and you're out. Market will now go in your direction, and that is the craziest part. The market will tap you out before moving in your direction. That's the craziest part, guys. No, for real, I tried to change the time frame of my on this MT4. I really don't understand this. I don't understand the move around it for you guys. I don't. It looks so weird and um, so nice. Oh, Jesus, help us. So it seems that we are holding above this zone, and it's quite interesting that we are holding above this zone. So the next zone we need to break is this point. We need to break 85, 82 points and hold it. Willing to do that. So, but interestingly, we are still holding above this point. The 15-minute candle is already close above that zone. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. Let's see how this 15-minute candle closes above that zone. If it does, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, the buy position for that point. Hopefully, but this is one interesting zone we must close above tonight, guys. To really push this market to the upside. That's a very interesting zone we have to close above, guys. This is a very interesting zone we have to close above. We have to, just have to, just have to. Let's sit tight and just watch. Sit tight and watch. Let's check the 5 minutes. Do we have any retracement we're expecting? Maybe back to this zone here. To 61. We might see retracement back to 61 zone. We might see that retracement back to 61 zone. Yes. It's very possible. It's very possible. Now just keep going to the upside. We might definitely see retracement back to 61 zone this zone. On a break and retest strategy. We'll see that retracement, so we'll just keep tanking to the upside. Yeah, yeah. Well, of course, I wish market just keep tanking to the upside. I'm not expecting any sale right now. 61, 61, where are you? There is not a friend like the Holy Jesus. No one knows one, no, no, no. There's not a friend like the Holy Jesus. No, 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 no. Jesus knows all about our troubles. He knows. Jesus knows all about every trouble we go through, guys. He does. He does knows. And he cares. He cares a lot. And even when we think all hope is lost, there's a man that shows up. His name is Jesus. And it makes everything all new. Right? With him comes brand new beginnings. Yeah. There's not a friend like the Holy Jesus. No, not one. No, no, no. Jesus knows all about our troubles. Be with God when the day is near. There's not a friend like the Holy Jesus. No, no, it's one. No, no, it's one. So guys, we need to hold above this point. It's quite an interesting zone that we need to hold above. The 15 minutes candle just closed above it, and yeah, it's not close yet, guys. It's not close. It's not close. Sorry, we need to have a close above this zone. This very zone, we have to get a close above it. And if we get a close above this place in the next 30 minutes, it will be quite interesting as well. But with this move, that we're just moving around the zone, yeah, it's not looking very well. Looking very well close now above that zone. Let's see. Let's see. This is trading. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. So we're currently up 100 from our entry. Yeah, but that is way far from the target. Target is 1,000 pips upward. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm not a swing trader, but I think I really want to hold gold until it gets to yeah 53, 54 zone. I really want to have that feeling of holding to that point and see if I can build up my psychology to that extent. Because I don't know how it feels to play with all of these moves. Because on Sunday night, the market opening, I did make an entry, my first entry at this very point. My intention was to swing it to 54, but imagine if I swing it, guys. Market came all the way. All together, I made about 1,000 pips with other entries I made. Market came all the way, did 1,000 pips about plus. Then look at, came all the way back to my supposed entry, even below my entry. That'll be SL for me or break even. And market now went all the way up to this point again. So I'm not really caught up for this kind of moves for swing trade. This one reason why I don't like swing trading. This, in fact, this is the whole reason why I don't like swing trading. Market is not just so certain that to give you a clean direction every time. It does happen that whenever I'm not even ready to swing, markets will give clean moves. For the days I plan to swing, markets will just play around, such as all of this. And yeah, imagine if I had not closed this trade and market came all the way back to this point instead of having just retreated from this point and back to the upside. But market came all the way back to this point and boom, got to the upside again. And now we are here. We are here again. So this is why I don't like swing trading. So that's why I don't know if I could even hold this trade up to 1,000 feet. I don't know yet. So I'm gonna know that tomorrow if I wake up to see profit or loss, whatever it is. Yeah, but most importantly, if you can break above this zone, I feel I may hold it for a while. So entering at this point for me is just a very great advantage because right now, um, getting 1,000 pips is just 52.49 at the last high we had, which was 2 days ago. So this is very interesting for me. Yeah, at least I should try. I will try and hold it up to this point. The market doesn't hit my SL before going to that point, of course. If the market doesn't do that, then I will try and hold it up to this point. Then probably will have a break above this point. I don't care. I might just have to close then, wait for the break and re-enter again. I'm safer that way, and I like that kind of trading than having to hold from this point. The market boom, sell to the downside aggressively. Nah, I'm not in for that, guys. For real, I'm not in for that. So this is why I don't like swing trading. For one, I don't like swing trading for this reason. As much as I love holding trade on gold, especially when I see the general trend, oh, gold is buying, I enter at a point and before you know it, market sells back. I don't really have time for that psychological play. It messes me up and it makes me oftentimes to over leverage or over trade. So I prefer just taking away. might beat out of the market, chill off, and yeah, reposition, reposition. I keep repositioning once I see entries. So it's safer for me that way than holding a single trade for instance, from this point up to this point, then boom, to the downside, break even or SL, then boom to the upside again. So this is why I don't really swing good. This is why I don't really swing. But for this, entering at this point for me makes a lot of sense. Because coming to this point just means 1,000 pips, and I should be out on this point at this point already. Because the market is going to break above this point, then we should definitely get to this point. Except we hit SL before day breaks, which is very, very possible, guys. Which is very, very possible. That is highly possible. Good. Anything could happen. Even right now, as market is about to close, we just start seeing that drop back to this my entry. We just start seeing that. So it's not going to be a surprising thing. This is good. This is good, guys. And you have to be prepared for any given thing that will happen. You have to be prepared. You have to be prepared, guys. You have to be prepared. So yeah, few more minutes and I'll be out. Let me hold on to probably market close. My PC battery is down. I have to go back inside and sleep, especially. I need to sleep. I need to sleep, guys. So I do hope we have a good close above any of these strong zones, this especially in the next few minutes before the market closes. I'm hoping for that, really. Hoping for that, guys. So, guys, market is acting very slow at this point. I do hope we just break above this zone. And yeah, this zone is holding by a little bit. We have to break above that zone as well. But let's see. Let's see. The market close move without push to the upside or sell back to the entry point. Okay, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, a few more minutes to go. Few more minutes to go, guys. Market's gonna close very soon. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, guys, I think I'll be ending this live now. Yeah, I'll be ending this live now. Keep you updated tomorrow or during the nights. I'll keep you updated during the nights properly. Yeah. So, good night, everyone. Thanks for standing by. See you all. Wishing you the very best. Wishing you the very best.